And then I'll just check the other thing to see if we're live. It's not working. We're not live. What's happening?
Well, YouTube's usually a minute behind.
We're not live. What's happening? Oh, wait, no.
Well, YouTube's usually.
We're live now, John. It's working now. It's working now.
Yeah.
Slight delay. Good evening, ladles and gentle spoons. Yes, this is a rather early morning broadcast. Some of you guys might not have seen myself, the Smoo, or Gordon's Alive. Yes, John, for a little while. It's currently about 2 a.m. here in the UK, so we're probably going to pick up a few American viewers. So yeah, general chit chat, whatever you want to talk about. Doesn't have to be model making related, but if it is model making related, I'm pretty sure that my good friend on my that side, Gordon's Alive, aka John Bennett, may be able to help you. If you want to ask me a question, I will probably blabber pish. How you doing, John?
I'm not doing too bad. At the minute for saying what everything's going on.
So I'm just checking everything. Oh, I need to get back onto live chat. Is it that one? Nope. We'll close that one and that one. I think I've got a live chat. If I don't have a live chat, apologies. So yeah, basically, if you have come across this stream, I'm just clicking stuff out in a moment. Pop out chat.
The Smoo's come out of hibernation.
Yeah, I have been offline for about a year. And I'm just clicking this live chat. Here we go. I'll put the first thing in. I'll go, hello. Yes, so I have been offline. I don't know about John because he's been doing regular blogs and stuff like that. But myself personally, I have been offline for about a year. All the lockdown and COVID things and stuff like that. I have quite a lot of model kits that I'd like to build, but I haven't got anywhere near them. We have 4 viewers, so hello everyone. Don't be scared. Do feel free to go onto the main YouTube page, click live chat, and join in.
Say hello.
Gordon. How come you're alive? Because someone told me that Gordon was alive, but it was something to do with gin.
Nah, don't touch the stuff.
Oh, I don't like gin either. So, yeah, there's 4, actually, probably 2 crazy people watching us.
Yeah.
Both myself, I'm the Smoo, with much facial hair and, yeah, not had a haircut for a year. And Gordon wants to take my hair and stick it onto his head. But unfortunately, there is no modeling glue that will suffice. So even if I cut it all off and send it in an envelope to my good friend John, Gordon's Alive, he will not be able to re-stick it onto his bodice, as Is
Yeah,
that the correct term?
It's falling out.
Falling out. Actually, I thought that you were an advert for turtle wax, young man.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, this is just random. It's just me and John, aka Gordon's Alive, just pissing about at 2 o'clock in the morning, seeing if even from zonks ago any American viewers are on. I'm just trying to see if there's any interest in live shows about. John, please hold up a model. See if I can get. Oh, hold on. I've not got it on the right thing. Wait now. Let's see if I can. How do I get you up there? Oh, I'm trying to figure it out. Give me a second. Right, hold it up. Oh, Shark's Tooth approved. What model was that, John?
This is the original boxing of the Revel 36 scale Tornado GR1.
So who boxed it, and how many hours did you spend on that? Because it's got like shark's teeth and stuff.
It's the old Revel boxing. I built this, 1998 I built it, something like that.
Fucking hell, I was only just born. Sorry. Excuse my friend.
I was never happy with it, how it was, the colours that were on it. So I bought it down.
It's like a desert camo scheme. So was it built for any...
It's from Desert Storm.
Is that the Gulf? Or...
Yeah, First Gulf War.
Okay, yeah. That's cool. I like that.
But, there's fuel tanks.
Why aren't they on the plane, John?
Because I've not finished it yet.
Oh, okay. Yes. I have a few of those myself.
And I was never happy with the finish on it. So basically, I sanded it all down, fixed all the seams that I'd done that weren't quite right, rescribed it, and repainted it.
So did you build it originally, maybe like a year or two ago, and then thought I could actually do that a bit better, and then revisited it? Or because the thing I'm concerned about is when you build a model, you get a set sheet of decals with it. So if you want to revisit it, you don't have enough replacement decals. I know you sit on a throne of them, but you know what it's got. Oh, Jared's in. Sup again, Smoo and Mr. Live. That's a rad plane, John. Great job. Yeah, on to John.
I built it over 20 odd years ago, but someone says I was never happy with the paint colour. It never sat right. And so I basically stripped all the paint off, sanded it back, rescribed it, and I mixed my own paints and stuff and repainted it. And I thought, well, the only thing I'm short of is the decals. And I've got aftermarket decals for it, but I wanted to do this particular one, Mig Eater.
There's a surprise that you had aftermarket ones, you know.
Yeah, it got EA on the tail. You see, yeah, EA. It's called Mig Eater.
Got you.
All right. And I thought it's a bit of a long shot, but I'll try it. So I got in touch with Revel in Germany. I emailed them. And I said, here, look, I know you've got the the current version of it for sale because you've reissued it. I've got one of the old kits and I want to do it with the old decals. You haven't got an old decal sheet knocking about, have you? And I got an email back.
I bet I've got them all on file as well.
I got an email from them about a week after I'd been in touch with them saying, yeah, they've got plenty of leftover decal sheets. And if I, what was it?
Please send me £20 plus VAT, and I will send you.
I think it worked out about £8.
That's all right.
And stuff. So I sent them the money and so PayPal'd it them. And about a fortnight later, the decal sheet came through. And I thought, right, I've got the colour I want. I put the decals on. And they worked as if they were printed yesterday.
Brilliant. Do you know if they were the Italian ones? I'm trying to remember the name.
Cartograph. Yeah. No, these were the original Revel's own ones.
Right. Because a lot of Revel kits come with Cartograph now, don't they?
Yeah. But these decals that came with this were one of the earlier of the Revel's own brand ones that weren't too bad.
Right.
Because what I found, if you get a set of decals in a Revel kit and they're really matte, they're brittle and stuff. But these, when I got these and stuff, they've got a bit of a sheen on them. They're a lot thinner. And I just put them on, stuck some solid set on them, and they went down a treat.
So you didn't have to do the extreme thing that you told me about a set of decals that I had, or decals, where I had to apply neat sort of isopropyl.
X28.
Yeah.
X28.
Yeah.
Now, all I did, I put them on I didn't have a really glossy surface. It was more like a satin finish. And I just used some ordinary marker solid set on them. And they settled down a treat. Then once I'd sealed up, once I'd put them on, I put another mist coat over where I put the decals, and I weathered it.
Right, just looking at anybody that's tuned in to myself and John, we're just going to be rambling on for about an hour or so. There is a super chat function. Can anybody do like a 50 cents donation just to check that it's working? I don't want anybody to spend money. I just want to check if it's working because I've not done this YouTube thing for a while, and I'm not looking to take all your pocket money away. I just want to see if I have the settings correct. So yeah, what are you thinking about building next, John? Gordon's alive, or are you just?
Well,
have you not been at the bench for ages?
I've not been at the bench for, well, actually sat down and made anything for a couple of months at least. The last thing I actually built was that.
Mitsubishi
It's
Zero and the propeller fell off.
It's the new tooled Airfix Zero, and it's a cracking little kit.
1/72. Yeah, I like shading. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone together a treat. There's no filler in it, anything. But
Frankie goes to Hobbywoods on. He says, "Good morning, guys. Nice to see you back again. Unfortunately, I need to get some sleep and catch you up later." Nice to see you on, Frankie. Thanks for popping in.
But apart from that, I've been working on this tornado for months and stuff, doing the weathering and stuff. And all I've got to do with it now is do the canopy, because there's no framing on the inside. On the inside of a tornado, down in the edge, is the air conditioning pipes. So they come from the front down the back and curve up the back a little bit. So I've got to make them. But yeah, it's I don't know how well you can see. It took ages to get the cockpit.
Oh wow! But the thing is, you look at all the other detail on the rest of the wings and stuff, and you think the cockpit's quite an easy bit.
Yeah, it is. Because it's just painting knobs and switches, painting them black, grey, white, yellow, and red and stuff. But the rest of it, what's it? But
apologies to our viewers. He said knobs, but he's talking about dials that the pilots would
switches.
Turn. Yes.
Yeah. But it's part of the two aircraft build I'm doing, because I did this one, wasn't happy, and I've redone it. And
what's that one?
This is the Tornado GR1 straight out of the box. And what I've always
show us it, Don, for God's sake. I don't know what right. Okay, so that's a Tornado. Is that right? Yeah. A GR1 is the first Tornado.
That's the RAF one.
Okay. Yeah. Charge Smith approved. Okay. Yeah.
Right, where's that one now? And I actually bought another one of them.
What, to build the same kit again, or a different make?
Yeah. I was going to build the same kit again, but convert it to a GR4.
See, this is where your plane experience comes in, because to me, a Tornado is a Tornado. So what is the major difference between a GR1 and a GR4?
With the actual aircraft, there's a lot, right? But kit-wise, right, you see how that's got that pod under the nose there? Where are we? There.
Right, yeah.
Right, the GR4 has got one on this side as well.
So what's the pod for?
It's the targeting pod, right?
Right, okay. Right.
So
yeah.
So kit-wise, you would have to put another pod on there.
And take away the one that's there.
Extend that vent on there a little bit longer and alter a few of the instruments in the cockpit.
Is the nose cone not different on some of them? Because you used to talk to me about resin copies and things like that.
Yeah. The nose on all the Tornadoes, they're all the same. So I was going to build another one as a GR4, but that would have been from the second Gulf War. So I'd have Desert Storm and Operation Telic, the two Tornadoes side by side.
Right, yeah.
And I was just starting to collect aftermarket for it and work out how I was going to build it. And then Italy would bring out a brand new Tornado GR4.
Which covered all the stuff that you were going to change.
Yeah, you just build it out the box in the GR4.
Got you.
And stuff. So, that's
are jet planes your most sort of built stuff, or did you see? I like the old propeller stuff. Well, that looks like the outside shell, which has is that a tiger? No, it's not.
It's a Jag Panther.
Jag Panther. Okay.
Yeah, and I put Zoomer on it.
Is that a recent build?
No, this is one I built about 3 years ago.
And you never finished. Right. This is maybe something that people tuning in are going to go, right, they've got all these model kits. Why did they build so far and then not finish them? So why did you not finish that kit?
because somebody else brings another kit out that you want to build even more.
Right, okay, right. The CY57 down a bit. SU57 1/48 scale across to your left. Zvezda kit. Right. Tell me about that one, mate.
It's just come out. It's not been out long. It's only been out a few weeks.
What sort of money's in that?
Courtesy of Mr. Jolly.
Oh, Mike Jolly. Yes, I showed earlier. I got a few kits off of him. Yep.
Yeah, that's courtesy of Mr. Jolly.
Sort of money?
I think that was 44 quid.
That's not bad. That's a reasonable price for modern kits. Oh, a Kinetic Harrier GR1, GR3. I've heard a lot of people talking about Harrier kits that are not very accurate. A box of bits. Yep.
Boxes. Absolutely.
What scale's that one, John? Folk will see his name on screen as Gordon, but his real name's John.
It's 48 scale. Yeah.
Is that 48 scale? Yeah.
Yeah. I've got the FRS1, the first Navy Harrier. I've got the FAA2. I've got the two-seat trainer, and I've got that one, and I've got another one on its way as well.
What was the ones? See, when we did away with the Harrier and we gave them to the Americans, what version was that?
That was the GR9.
So, do we not have any kits of GR9s?
Yeah. Hasegawa did the GR7 kit. They did the GR5, the GR7, and the GR9. And they got quite expensive. They went up to about 70 quid.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's the ones that were exported to the American market.
Yeah, and then what happened was Hasegawa stopped producing them. So they became really expensive on eBay. Right. And then all of a sudden, Revell released the same kit in their own box.
Of
the Harrier GR9.
Right, okay, the latest version, yeah.
So basically, you got the Hasegawa kit. It was in a smallish box. And then you got the Revell boxing of it. It came in a big box with loads of fresh air in it.
So did Revell buy the Hasegawa moldings, or?
They got in touch with Hasegawa and asked them if they would produce a number of kits for them. So basically,
so it's their moldings.
Yeah, Hasegawa produced them something like 2,000 kits. What the actual figure was they produced, I don't know. And basically, all they did, they just sent them the kits, and Revell put them in one of their boxes. Revell made their own instruction sheet, their own decals for it and stuff. So basically, it was a Hasegawa kit in a Revell box.
So when Revell made this kit and made their own sheet of decals, did your throne raise by a third of an inch?
Yeah, I got 4 of them.
The ongoing joke here is that Gordon's alive, Mr. Bennett sits upon a throne of decals that a lot of folk would pay a lot of money for. I need to get him a scanner. It's shocking the amount of decals he's got, and people are going, "Oh, just destroyed mine." And you know, John turns around and says, "Oh, no problem. I'll send you a sheet. Where are you getting them from?"
Yeah, well, this is it, weren't it? That's how I got to know you. I sent you them 3 decal sheets. That's where 3 sheets came from.
That's right, 3 sheets. Yeah, we're going back a bit now. We've not got many viewers. I'm not expecting many viewers. Gordon and I were discussing amongst ourselves whether it might be worthwhile doing a regular live stream. Now, Saturday and Sunday are pretty full. When we were thinking about, John, a Tuesday night, maybe 9 o'clock UK time till 11, a couple hours.
Something like that.
If anybody is interested in actual people who make models, available for questions and answers for a couple hours, we're thinking about a Tuesday night, obviously UK time between sort of 9 and 11, a couple hours. Anybody up for that? When this live feed finishes, stick it in the comments down below and say, yeah, I'll pop in and say hello. Yeah, just trying to see how things go. I'm trying to get my mojo up. I know John, aka Gordon's Alive, has lost his mojo. Certainly thinking about trying to get each other's mojo up and possibly getting you guys' mojo up. Lockdown, kits in your stash, can't really be bothered. How do I get motivated? I've started this kit that I've got. Please help me finish it. That's the idea.
Oh, this is it. If there's anybody watching this tonight or watches it back later on and stuff, and they've got any problems, seams, rescribing, paints, glues, or whatever, just stick a comment in the chat and stuff, and we'll try and answer it for you.
And if you're trying to figure out how to get a girl, don't ask me.
Don't bother. No.
Yeah, don't ask me. Yeah. I may also do a for charity. I might think about which charity, but I might shave off my Santa beard, which is growing in quite well, for either an armed forces charity or a cancer charity. Please get in touch.
Brave the shave.
Yeah, otherwise I'm just going to be like this hobo that comes on, now and again with my friend John. Gordon's Alive. Talking shit about stuff. John.
Hello.
You know that Beaufort's gun and tractor you gave me?
Yeah.
I got all the paints for it. I've still not touched it. I want to do a dio for it. Have you ever done... You're the same as me. You've not got any further either.
No.
Have you done many dioramas in your time? I know you've done Daleks and all this sort of stuff. We can go into that later.
That's what I've got this out for, right?
Right.
Cool. This we'll go back in times a little bit here. Let me go into
back in time. You have now entered the Twilight Zone. Right, we're going back in time, and here's John back. Yep.
Matchbox used to do these.
176. See, that's too wee for me. I like 132nd or bigger.
Right. What
so that was Matchbox. That was Matchbox, yeah?
Yeah, but the thing is, they're cracking little kits.
Yeah, but they're too small for people with real fingers.
Yeah, but what you used to get, you got the tank, right?
Right.
And you got a dio base as well.
Oh, right. I see that. Yeah, with tracks and everything in it and bricks and stuff. Yeah.
Right. So basically, I don't know how well that will come out. Right, you've got that.
Right, okay, a tank sitting behind some broken down walls. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What I'm doing, I'm going to copy that, make that, but bigger. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build this one and put it on a diorama like that one.
Right.
So that kit,
Yep.
right? But I'm going to do it up in 35th scale instead.
176 to 135th. So that's doubling it.
Yeah. Well, there's the hull on the 76 scale one.
Right. So how do you double the base up then?
You basically measure how big that tank is.
Right.
Right. And how big that is.
Yeah.
Do a few bit of number juggling and stuff, and that will give you the size of that base.
So you're talking about basically doubling the size of that base and then just press the tracks into the putty or whatever it is that you make the base out of.
Yeah.
Right.
So basically, I'm going to make that
twice the size.
But for that size.
Got you.
Right.
So what foundation would you base that off of then? Would it be plaster of Paris? Would it be...
I should start off with a wooden board.
Right.
It'll be a wooden base.
Not a picture frame, just a wooden board. A bit of MDF or a bit of pine or a bit of...
No, I should just use a piece of MDF. But what I want to try and do, I could have used a picture frame, but I want to keep it in the spirit of this. I'll try and make it that sort of shape.
Right. Yeah. So a bit of rough cut wood that's twice the size of the original footprint, basically.
Yeah. And basically, then I can build this actual kit.
So how would you build up the base? Say you double it in size, and you've got a rough outline of what the original looked like. So how would you start off building it up? Would it be plaster of Paris, papier-mâché?
I've got soda clay, which is like a papier-mâché, but the other stuff that I use is this stuff.
He's away at his kitchen for a sausage roll. What's they got there? Oh, that's clay. I've got some of that, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll put the road work in, make that out of bits of plaster, make a mould up, make some slabs, get a bit of cobble strip, put that down, put the curbstone in, put the wall in, and then build the groundwork up with that.
Ah, right. So all the little bricks and everything. Jared's just saying, my question from before, his wee brother got the vaccine, but unfortunately he's in an unfortunate position. Everything's a bit of a shit show at the moment in the States. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Jared. I do hope things get better for you and your brother. Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, I didn't get into the American election thing very much, but it seems that the new guy seems to be more into the COVID thing and trying to help people out. I don't know, Jared, how that's affecting you, but yeah, the whole world's in a bit of a turmoil at the moment. So sorry to hear about that, Jared.
Yeah, it's in a bit of a pickle over there at the moment, aren't they?
It is, yeah. It's a shame. It's, yeah. Otherwise, Jared, I mean, apart from your brother being in a situation he's in, how is you and your partner doing? Hopefully, you're both well. So, John, what do you're trying to get me to do this Stuka as my next build? Why? Do you like me being in pain? Or is it like, yeah, Terry's going to phone me up tomorrow? I've got it all built, mate, but how do I spray this bit?
It's over a year ago now. It's about 18 months ago now, isn't it? Right.
It must be a year since I bought the kit, mate.
Yeah. We were in a hangout with a few others and stuff, and you turned around and said that you fancy doing something different, something out of your comfort zone.
I like prop airplanes, but the issue I've got is there are so many good builders out there that, like yourself, that will do all the weathering and shit. Excuse me, I'm just pouring myself a vodka with cola. That I feel a little bit inexperienced. I can build the kit, I can paint it to a colour, but it's the weathering and stuff that is. Yeah, it can make the difference between a good kit and one that looks like a pile of shit.
Yeah, well, this is it. Let me just let him fetch something a minute.
Oh, don't you dare pull out a Stuka and go, Terry, this is what you've got to build. I will slap you about the place if you do. Good evening to anyone that's joined us on YouTube. You may wonder what this channel's all about. With myself and Gordon. Gordon's alive. We both build model kits in scale out of styrene. I sometimes do balsa, things like that. So we build models. So yeah, it's a model making channel, but we're open to any sort of discussion. Right, Gordon, over to you.
You're about taking something like that at straight camouflage.
Is that a spit? Is that a Mark 7?
No, it's the Mark 5.
I'm nearly. Okay,
right.
Yeah.
So you're on about taking something from that. I'm coming up with something like that.
Right, okay. Yeah, you're coming up with something more specific. Jared's saying he's doing great. He did have to quit his job. Oh, wow. To take care of the kids, but I don't care. More time for modelling. Jared, what are you building at the moment? I can appreciate you're going through a shit time. You may or may not wish to share what you're building. And I'm going to go back on to John, aka Gordon's alive. Right. That looks a bit like a Messerschmitt 109E.
Correct.
Yes, I got one right. Can I get a lollipop?
Yeah.
Yep, nice. Okay.
But basically, you start off with that.
Is that... How do you have so many things to hand? So is that another ME109E?
No, this is the new tooled Hairfix 48 scale Hurricane.
Right, so that's a Hurricane. So that's the British plane, right? Yeah.
As you can see, that's bare plastic.
Yep.
Right. And the only place I've got any fillet is there, and that was my fault.
Why was it your fault?
Because I trimmed and sanded it too much.
Right, okay. So basically, you're saying that kit goes together perfectly, apart from where you fucked up.
Yeah, there's no filler in it, look.
So even on the wing seams where the wings go into the fuselage, there was no filler.
No, look.
And that was an Airfix kit, yeah?
Yeah, it's the new Airfix Hurricane.
Very nice. What scale was that in? Was that 176 or one?
That's 148.
Okay.
That's 148. That's 148.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a similar scale.
That's 148.
See, you put them all together like I've built so many 148s and I've not got any on my channel yet. You're a show-off. Apart from planes, John, I'm going to ask you now, there's a lot of people that might be tuning in tonight and wondering, yeah, we build a lot of models. But when you sit in your chair there, over to your left-hand shoulder, on the bottom left, there's a Repsol bike. You want to talk us through that one, mate? That's gorgeous. So that's a Tamiya kit.
Yeah, it's the Tamiya Rossi RCV.
I haven't got that mustache. It's gorgeous. So can you tell me how long it took you to build and paint it?
This took me about 2.5 months because
it's gorgeous. Right, tell us about the downsides of the kit.
The problem you got with this colour scheme, this is what I call is flower power one, right? You got fluorescent orange, fluorescent yellow, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got all the decals, right? And you've got a flat decal, and you've got to make it curve around all them curves.
I've found that with a few bike kits. So how do you get over that, John?
It depends what I'm using. Usually, it's the older micro solid set.
Yeah.
If I want something a bit more heavy duty, I'll use some solver set.
Right, I've heard about this solver set stuff.
It's quite a bit stronger than a solid set.
Right.
And if I want heavy duty stuff.
So solver set's weaker than that?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I'm just going to catch up on Jared. He's building the AMT lowboy trailer right now. My grandpa drove a Mack truck. I'm going to build that next, maybe. And he's saying, John's a machine. Holy hell, bike is awesome. I'd like to see what Jared's building, actually. I like the American stuff, the Mack truck and all that.
Yeah, well, this is one, Terry. They're really dusty now.
Right, that's the one that I kind of chopped up about, Christ, it must be about a year ago.
And the rest.
You've done a pristine original, and I've still got to do my Cafe Racer version.
Yeah.
So you tell me to get my arse into gear. Is that what you're trying to tell me? He's no replied yet. So basically, yes. Terry, get your arse into gear and get your cafe racer done.
I'm not going to say anything of the like, Terry.
You're a liar.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, fuck, he's got an RZ up now. The only thing is, I never managed to get the 350. I've only got the 250. Hold on, mate. Jared saying, I got Paul's UMP Extra Strong setting solution. Works great. I think it's based on Solvaset for stubborn decals. Jess Idaho's in. Good evening. Hello, Smoo, John, and everyone.
Hi, Jess.
You bastard. And Edward Leonard, because Frankie didn't, thank you very much, Edward Leonard. You're a star. Myself and John haven't been on loan. We're kind of asking people what would be a good day of the week, apart from Gordon's bum crack video there, that possibly you guys might want to join myself and Gordon's Alive, aka John Bennett, Gordon Bennett, whatever you want to call him. And we're thinking about a Tuesday night. So would appreciate any feedback on that. I haven't been at the bench. I'm currently making roll-up cigarettes. Apologies. I haven't been at the bench for months. Guys that know me know that I don't have good mental health. And I have been really struggling. But for some reason tonight, I thought, Gordon, you on? And he went, aye. I went, you want to do a wee live just for a wee bit of fun? And my glasses are falling off my nose. Give me a second. I'm going to finish this roll up and pass you over Gordon's Alive, and he's going to show you what his next kit is. Oh, is that the one that I showed earlier?
This is the big 48 scale one.
I think mine was the 170. I'll tell you in a moment. Let me get my glasses back on.
I've got it.
Yeah, this is 1/72nd scale, the one I got. So is that the same as this, but in 1/48? Yeah.
No, this is your same kit you got. That's the Soyuz out of that kit.
But this is 1/72.
Yeah, that is.
Oh. Because what I was saying, because it's a dragon kit, this is what I'm going to ask you about. Oh, you've got the other bit. I was saying that most of it was styrene, but I seem to have a bag of resin parts.
Yeah, that what you've got in the bag is that.
Right, okay. Yep.
I'm just in the process of painting, man.
So that's 1/72nd, the same as us.
This is that kit.
Okay, right. I was just checking that. Okay, right, that's fine.
But that one is the 48 scale one, right?
Now, I've got a kit that might replicate that. I don't know. You can tell me. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to pull it out, John, so give me a second. Right.
That's the 32nd scale command module.
I had the misfortune of
that one.
buying one of these.
See,
Right.
that's 72nd scale. That's the base, and that's the whole lot.
Right. I had the misfortune of buying one of these, and I've not done the review on it yet because there's so much flash. You don't know where the kit ends, and yeah, it's right. I'm going to pull a sprue out here just for a laugh. Actually, that was flashing it. Wait now. I'm going to find a sprue with all the flash on and show you it. Right.
I know what it's like. I know what it's like. That's why I bought the Airfix one.
I'm going to do a review on it at some point, but I'm just trying to find all the flash. Or maybe when I opened it, it looked worse than what it was.
No, it's bad.
Oh God, I've got things dropping on the floor now.
But I knew what the Revel one was like. This is why I bought the Airfix one.
Here's a kit, spot the flash. Yeah. Oh, look. What's all that joining that bit? Yeah, that's kind of flash. There's more of the same. It's the way I'm looking at it is a pile of shit kit, actually. I shall get it to work.
If you want to build a 144 scale, one of them, you want the Airfix one or the Dragon one.
You could have told me that before I bought the Revel one. The thing is, what I've been told is, even if you do build it, right, here, flash, right. Hold on. There's two sprues there. Wait now. Flash. Savior of you. Flash.
I should feel at home, really, shouldn't I?
Flash Gordon.
You've got Flash and I'm Gordon.
I'm looking forward to doing it. Now, the mistake that some people do, this was something that Gordon highlighted to me. Let's see if I can see it on the front of the box. There you go. Right. The stripes on it denote which Saturn rocket it is. And if you put the wrong stripes on it, it's actually the test rocket as per paint instructions and not the actual Apollo Saturn V.
Yeah, because that's a Block 1, which was the prototype, and this one, which is the Airfix one, which has been updated and altered, this is the Block 2 one. And this is the Apollo 11 that went to the moon.
But if it has the wrong colour bands on it, it's a test rocket. Is that right?
Yeah, that's it.
I need to put this back in the box. Right, I'll need to catch up and chat as well. But give me a second, guys. It's got a nice base.
Yeah. That's one thing that the Revel one's got that the Airfix one hasn't. The Revel base is better than the Airfix one.
It is quite a tall model though, John, isn't it?
Yeah, well, if you imagine that, twice the size, twice as tall, that's how big my 72nd scale one is.
Right, and this is a 1
4-4.
1144.
Yeah, because I've got the 172nd scale Saturn 5 Apollo 11, and I've just got this as well.
Right, I've still got to review this, and there's no way this is going back in the box. It's going back on the shelf. As a piece of shit Rebel kit. There we go.
If you think that's got flash, you want to see this one.
Oh, hold on, wait now. What's that one? What one have you got there? Oh, I've not seen that one before. That's a rare one. 172nd Soyuz TM12. Not seen that, but who makes that?
Mark II.
Who?
Mark II. There's the top part, the capsule.
Right.
Them's the booster rockets.
Okay.
And if you think about flash,
Nah, I think the Rebel kit's worse.
well, this kit looks like it's been sandblasted.
Right, okay.
I don't know how well that will show up.
Yeah, I can't really see it, but it looks reasonably well defined, actually. We've got catch up and chat here. Edward Leonard said, I saw you did an earlier stream, but I didn't seen it yet. That's okay, Edward. I was just basically, I've been offline for a year, and I thought we'd try a wee live stream, and then I got chatting to John and thought, right, bugger it, we'll do a live stream together. So that's where we're at the moment. GS Idaho is saying, give me a second. I've put that kit away and I've still got 2 bits here. Jason is saying, what are you going to transport with the low boy, Jared? Are you going to leave it empty? Edward's going, hello, JS and Jared. Edward's going, hope you're well, Gordon. Jared's saying, I've built the AMT bulldozer. I think it's a Caterpillar. Edward saying, Terry, do you need someone to send you some extra thin? I need somebody to send me some food. That's how bad it is at the moment. Just build it and they will come. Or send it to Gordon and he will build it for you. He'll do a far better job than I would. That's for sure, Edward. That's where having friends that are really good at stuff to guide me when I try something that's a bit out of my comfort zone comes in. Because I'll say to Gordon, or Gordon's alive, aka John Bennett. I'll say to him, all right, I've got this sticker, I've got this aftermarket sort of stuff for it. You'll go, yeah, do a build video on it, Terry. It's like, this is like a noob telling people that I've built 40 of them how to build them, but it might be an idea. I feel more comfortable with sort of stuff that's like general. Here's a car, I've put headlights in it. This is how you do it. I don't know what people want. Gordon is also interested in pushing his channel on, but I'm going to help him with that. Yes, I have also got the LGBTWXQYZ, one of those as well. Very rare. I'm going to auction it on eBay. Might get £1. But yeah, Mr. Mike Jolly, excellent chap. Right, Edward saying I need to build the 1999 transport. The one I've got, yeah, it's my one's a transporter. What's the ones you've got, John?
I've got that one, the cargo one, and I've got the laboratory pod one. The one with the funny shaped pod on. It's got like wings on it, but it's got 2 airlocks on the side that stick out.
No idea, but I believe you. You got the same one, Edward? Right, have you got the special edition with extra decals with all the shaded panels, or have you got the one that I've got that's just like the standard MPC 825/06? Yeah, John's got the extra decals because he's sitting on a throne of decals. But I did watch with interest. Fox did a build on the Eagle. The same one I've got, but he had the one with what's the Italian guys that make the decals again? John, sorry.
The cartograph.
Cartograph. It came with extra cartograph decals with all the shaded panels and everything, which seems to be an aftermarket thing now.
Yeah, well,
and I know he didn't use them all. I wish I could get some of them off him, but I doubt it.
Well, the decals Fox used on his is what these are, but they're not by a Fox cartograph. They're made by NPC themselves.
Oh, really? Are they as thin and?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But you'll have a set soon anyway.
Edward's saying I have a standard, but I spent $30 on the decals. Does that seem a good deal, John?
Yeah.
Yep. Jay Sido is saying that kit is a little intimidating. It might be worth the effort when it's done. I do think a kit like that, I mean, for me, that's a lot of money to me. It was over £100. I do think I would do a build video series on it. Whether I do it correctly or not is a different story, but I think an expensive kit like that, I would sort of not do what I was doing.
If you have a look on YouTube for Trekworks and Lou Dalmasso.
I love Trekworks. He is brilliant.
Right. He built an Eagle transporter and lit it up. And he's just bought another one. He's going to be building another one. And lighted it up. And Lou built one and lit that one up as well.
The lighting up doesn't faze me. It's I can build them. I can modify them. Put the wiring in and the lights in.
Mm.
Where you've got the advantage over me, you've got the eye on the patina, the shading, do you know what I'm on about, John?
Yeah.
I can do a basic one and paint it white and put loads of lights in it and it'll be, yeah! But it's not got the shading and all that sort of stuff, which is what you teach me.
Yeah.
Edward Leonard saying Lou is great. Is that the guy you were talking about?
Yeah, Lou Damaso. He's at the minute he's doing a 1/600 whatever scale it is, USS Enterprise E, and lighting it all up, and it's huge. The saucer section is what, 2 foot, 3
Right.
foot across?
All I can say is I need links to this guy. Edward's saying he's like a model making ferret.
Yeah.
So he knows what he's doing. I need some links to this guy. I don't have a lot of Star Trek stuff to build. I've got a Voyager and
Jake Prize.
I can't remember, but I've got a standard Enterprise somewhere. But I've definitely got a Voyager, so any input on that whatsoever would be excellent.
Well, Phil Flores just built the JJ Prize.
Is that the first version of the Enterprise?
No, it's the new one.
I can't keep up. I've been totally out of modelling for a year, so.
Yeah.
J.S. Idaho is saying John is also known as the Aztec Dummy.
Yeah, I've got what? I've got 3 sets of his Aztec masks.
Apparently, he cuts his own masks out of vinyl.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
What I'll do a bit later, I'll see if I can find his eagle build, and I'll message it you.
Yep, that'd be brilliant.
I'm
Because a lot of the Eagle builds and a lot of the Enterprise builds is all about the lighting and the effects and stuff. So you've got to kind of glean a lot of knowledge from different people about how they've approached theirs and how much they actually show you how they did it.
Lou and the guy at Trekworks, I forgot his name at the minute. He shows you everything. He'll show you the wiring diagram, how it works and stuff, what it powers it by, and you name it, he shows it you.
The problem I've got is basically, ladles and gentle spoons. I have been totally away from modelling for over a year. But I still got ideas and still want to do things. So yeah, it's all about sharing knowledge. The whole idea of a channel like this is like, I might approach a model, say like to that daft Knight Rider kit. Right, something like this. Give me a second. I'm reaching across. Right. Something daft like this, right? It's a 24 pound kit, right? What makes this kit pop? Apart from a shiny black exterior paint job, is a little red light at the front that goes zoo, zoo, zoo. I know how to do that. But how do I jam it into a model this size? That's the exciting part for me. It's not the black paint job. That's easy. It's just lacquer. How do I squeeze that roaming red light into it? With a series of LEDs. I know how to do it, but can I do it? And it's stuff like that I'll do video builds on because I find it interesting and it involves electricity. It might not be a showroom piece of a car when I'm finished, but it'll be a Knight Rider car at the red light goes, you know.
Yeah.
And hopefully other people go, I want to do a Night Rider car. I've seen how Terry's done it. I'm going to try and do the same thing. Might not be the right way, but it's, all a bit fun.
It's all about having a go, feeling brave enough and trying to figure out how to do things.
Yeah. It's a shit kit, by the way. I know it's a shit kit. I've seen several reviews on it. It's a pile of shit kit, but if I can get the wee red light in front going, zhoo, 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 it's no longer a shit kit. It's a shit kit with the proper Night Rider lights on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But it's like this tornado. This is built out the box, apart from adding a few bits and pieces. But there is actually a guy on YouTube that's built this kit, and he's took the cockpit lights up, or the instruments light up, the nav lights come on, they have the collision lights on top flash.
And you'll be looking at that going, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
But you can do the painting. The thing is, if you were able to show me what he was doing with the nav lights, I could probably do that part. And you could do the painting part. It's all about sharing knowledge. It's all about I want to do this kit to a certain standard. Gordon, aka John, Gordon's alive, is brilliant at the fine detail painting, especially on his planes. But you talk about LEDs to him, and he's like, is that one of those things that comes up on the microwave when my tea's ready? Everyone to his own thing. I like lighting things up. I know many ways to light things up. Folk going about pick controllers, that's kind of like 80s. You get nano Arduinos now that are that long by that tall that you can program the code and slip inside your model, that you can have them doing all sorts of lights and dance and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll get into that eventually. At the moment, this is, God no, witness. This is my second time online in a year.
Yeah, well, you were on a couple of hours ago, weren't you?
Yeah. All I want is people like myself and John, although it says gone, who like building models to share stuff. I'm totally off Facebook. Don't try and contact me on Facebook. If you want to contact me, comment on one of the videos. John, Gordon, are you on Facebook or are you?
I'm on Facebook. I've got a Facebook profile, but I've got nothing else.
Mm-hmm. How do you prefer to be contacted? Would you rather somebody put a comment on a video like this and says, hey Gordon, I was wanting to do a Tornado GR4, but I wasn't sure about paint shades, blah, blah, blah.
For now, the easiest way to get in touch is just put a comment at the end of the video in the chat.
Yeah, so once the live feed finishes, you can put comments at the end. So if you want to get in touch with Gordon, aka John, Gordon's alive, or myself, yeah, just put a comment at the end of the video and we'll pick it up.
Yeah.
We've still got 8 viewers. You okay, John, to carry on for a bit?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Have we any other questions model making related, or do you want to look at some of the kits I've got, or some of the kits that Gordon's got, or you want to just shoot the breeze? if you found us on YouTube and you're wondering what the channel's actually about, myself and Gordon are both model makers. We make things out of balsa wood, styrene, stuff like that. John, aka Gordon's, actually made proper props for the BBC. If you're interested in that and you're going, oh my God, he's made props for the BBC. Yes, if you're into Doctor Who, he did make a rather, yes, for the BBC. But yeah, we're just ordinary guys. We're both struggling with the lockdown.
Mm.
And yeah, want to share our knowledge, more so Gordon's knowledge. Me, I'm just like, yeah, stick it together. Gordon, I want to do this. How did it? Yeah, John, aka Gordon's Alive, has a substantial knowledge. He, what we don't mind me saying this, you helped salvage and restore what's left of the Vulcan fleet, and you also had a lot to do. I'm trying to remember the other plane you told me about. Was it a Wellington?
I was a volunteer out at East Midlands Airport, and I helped them to restore and repaint their Vulcan bomber.
You've still got all the templates and that for painting the numbers.
Yeah, I've got all the stencils and stuff, because where you see on an aircraft where it like the warning signs and stuff, right? The actual. Let me see if I've got one of my books handy that I can actually show you what I worked from.
Now, unknown to a lot of people, that room off to the left as you're looking at it is actually Gordon's Palace. It's also linked to his back. It's also linked to a Spanish chap who runs a model shop. So he's back, and I'll let him speak for himself.
The spec drawings. This is US Air Force ones, but that's how the measurements and everything for the stars and bars. They're pretty self-explanatory.
Was the Vulcan was a UK plane? No, what did Americans fly them?
Nah. I bought this US Air Force colours and markings in the 90s because I helped them to repaint the Vulcan at East Mids and stuff, and I had some input on another two Vulcans.
So that's East Midlands Airport then?
Yeah.
Is that still a military base, or is it?
It's the airport.
Right, okay.
But they've got a bit of a museum there, but we had a bit of a falling out and stuff. And I walked away from it. And I was out and about at another museum one day, not far away from here. And a bloke walked up to me and he turned around and says, "Is John in it?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "My name's Mike. I was at the airport when you were applying all the stencils on the Vulcan."
All right, yeah.
And stuff. And he says to me that, how did I do them? I said, I started off with a sheet of card in the alphabet, and I made each individual panel up, and then cut it all out one by one with a scalpel.
Yeah.
And stuff. And
old school style. Yeah.
Yeah. Old school style. Scalpel and a steel ruler.
Yep.
And it took me about 3 months to do the ones for the Vulcan. And anyway, I got talking to him. I'd just gone out for the day on my bike.
Was that the Vulcan that did the last flight sort of over all the UK? Or?
So that's 558. That was. I was up at Doncaster, R.A. Finningley now.
Okay.
And I was just talking to this guy, and he turned around and says, I'm one of the trustees of the other museum at Coventry. We've got an American Phantom and stuff that we're restoring at the moment. He says it's in primer, but we want to paint it up in the Vietnam colours and stuff and put all the stencils and everything on it. He says, but we can't find any information on what typeface it is, how big they are and stuff.
All right, you got you.
I'd already got this book, right? Because it gives you everything, right? It tells you how to paint the tint and stuff, and in the back,
and what size the star is, and yeah,
right.
Wow.
It tells you how to mix the paint as well, right?
2 parts of this to 1 part of that, and yeah.
And I turned around and said to him, I says, well, what I'll do, I says, will you be there next weekend? He says, I'm always there. He said, I've just come up to Newark to pick some bits and pieces up. So I went down a couple of weeks later to see him, and he'd got his guys there. They were etch-priming it because they'd stripped it down to bare metal, and they were etching it again. And he says, we can't seem to get anybody to mix us the paint. So I gave him the paint formulas how to mix it. And he went down to the local car shop, body shop, and they mixed him the paint up.
Oh, wow.
And stuff. And he went to pick it up, and the guy says, yeah, he says, MFS paint numbers that you gave us, he says, we could match it off them numbers. He says, that's why it's the right colour. So they repainted it, and I made them a set of stencils up, card stencils.
Yeah.
For the Phantom.
Right.
And I went down one weekend and showed them how to put them on. And then left them to it. Because there's over 1,000 stencils on a Phantom, and I didn't fancy that one.
Yeah.
So
wow.
that's what I bought this for. I've had this book.
You've quite enjoyed the restoration side of things. What's the oldest plane that you've been involved with restoration on?
I went to.
Please say a Mosquito. That's my favourite plane.
I went to East Kirby when they were restoring Just Jane and they were stripping the paint off.
Just Jane, is that
Lancaster?
All right, okay.
And they stripped the aircraft right back to bare metal.
Yeah.
And that was fascinating.
Yeah.
And stuff, and the X-primed it and repainted it and stuff, and then they put the squadron markings and everything on it. I was like a kid in a sweetie shop. But at the moment, my daughter's taken over the mantle at the minute because she now lives in South Wales, and she doesn't live far from Kemble Aerodrome where they're scrapping all the 747s.
Yeah, they're gonna.
So she's down there dismantling and stripping down 747s, and she's part of the Teabag group that run a couple of Buccaneers. And she works and services them, changes the engines, the undercarriage and stuff, and help them repaint the aircraft and stuff. So my daughter's taken over now, doing it. I just can't do it anymore because I can't get insurance anymore. So
insurance?
Yeah.
Because you're working on a vintage aircraft.
No, it's because I've only got the one leg.
Yeah. So you're disabled. So, but what has that got to do with?
I'm classed as an insurance liability.
Yeah, I can appreciate that because you're a bit mad.
Because I haven't got the balance and stuff and the footing of a normal person with 2 feet and stuff. People don't want you walking on the aircraft in case you slip and fall off and sue them.
Aye, I'd be more looking at whether you were a drunken bastard or not. I've said bastard. That's me demonetized.
But I've tried getting back into it just because I'd like to get back into it again. But as soon as people realise that you've only got the one leg and stuff, they don't want you going up step ladders and stuff, climbing on aircraft.
Well, it's a shame because the person that actually knows about the aircraft isn't allowed to advise on it. That's a bit shit.
Yeah.
Right. How long have we been going, John?
Hour and a half.
Would you like to retire, young man?
You can do. We've had an hour and a half. We're down to 6. We've had a bit of a chat. We've had some folks in chat chucking some questions and stuff. So,
well, hold on. Wait now. Jared's going, night, everyone. I got to get to bed, Smoo. Start sanding some styrene and gluing your hands together. Yeah, I think that's an appropriate time to say thank you, everybody that has tuned in. Idaho's going, take care, guys, and have a good night. This is a trial thing. Totally random. Myself and Gordon, aka Gordon's Alive, would like to do not a mainstream thing, but maybe a regular, maybe a Tuesday night thing at a certain time. We're not as big as we used to be, and there's a lot of people on Saturday and Sundays and stuff. So, looking for feedback. Please comment after this feed ends in the section down below. If you would like to chat to myself and John, I might get back to the bench and actually start building stuff. John, aka Gordon's Alive, is always building stuff. Wealth and knowledge to be explored. Provisionally thinking about maybe a regular Tuesday night thing, maybe between 9 and midnight UK time on a Tuesday. If you're interested, again, comment down below. But for now, myself and Gordon's Alive. Wave Gordon.
night, guys.
We'd like to say a very good night and thank you for joining us. And we will see you very soon.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jared and JS, for popping in and saying hi.
Gordon, where's the button? You got the button.
Nah, you got the button. You got the big red one that you press.
You got the button.